I think that even though Stork did lose that force, he has enough macroing capability to quickly replenish his army. Although that said, Mind also has a lot of factories down. But just look at all those gateways. It's like it's a farm of gateways. Stork has taken that 6 o'clock. I didn't see that go down, but he has taken that to 6 o'clock, and that EMP will go on that Arbiter, wiping out its shields and energy, I believe. Still, Nada has got a lot of tanks protecting his expansion that he's going to try and put up again at the bottom right, as well as his 3 o'clock and natural and main. Just looking at this minimap, this view of Stork, there's just a lot of green, a lot of gateways, and 3 dropships down coming in for Mind. He will spot this, and one of those. Yeah, he probably will be able to take this expansion, I'd imagine. Yeah, those cannons going down. Those siege tanks. He really needs to keep those siege tanks alive. Meanwhile, he is taking down a lot of Stork's army. That Arbiter just getting free hits on those tanks with no air support for those tanks. They've been unsieged, and they carelessly walking a tank into the. Oh, and that shuttle will go down before it can drop anything, which is really not good for Mind. It probably had more tanks or Goliaths and more cannons going down for Stork. He probably will be able to get this expansion back up. Goliaths now, sort of they've got anti-air as well, but I think that he's trapped in between the minerals and the cannons and his own Goliaths. So he will lose these Goliaths without causing too much trouble. And that those Arbiters and science vessels sort of having a little bit of a fight. EMP goes off, the Goliath goes down before it can do anything. That island is actually a massive cannons, so I think it actually might impede any probes that try and mine there. They'll have to just walk through a maze of cannons to get back to the Nexus. As you can see, Stork has built up his Dragoon Zealot force again, although Mind has an incredible number of tanks. I really don't know. I really don't know what Stork can do against this massive amount of tanks. I suppose he could try and recall a whole bunch of Zealots right in the middle of them. I think that might be effective. But at the moment he's losing a lot of Dragoons to those tanks. So there's about the whole control group, and he's done a recall in Stork's sort of 5 o'clock, I'd say, taking out those turrets, and he'll move on to the expansion. I'd imagine more to the right. I'm not quite sure how. And Mind now sieging Stork's 9 o'clock. Sorry, getting my clock faces wrong. That expansion wasn't really up and running for Mind at that 5 o'clock. It's really, and these probes will try and run, but it's just going to be a massacre of probe death as they get shelled by those and again losing another. Stork losing expansions by the minute. I don't know where all these Dragoons have gone. Some Zealots and Dragoons coming in now to take care of those 3 tanks, but he's lost a lot of his mining and a lot of cannons, and he will be able to take care of this, but at what cost? I mean, I think he's lost at least 1 Nexus and a lot of cannons, a lot of probes, a lot of pylons. So I think that was quite well played by Mind. He's doing a good job getting on the offensive, and I'd imagine a big EMP is going to go onto that Dragoon force, and then they're just going to get shelled by the tanks. Although more reinforcements coming in from the south, and more Zealots, and they're gonna take out this tank force. I'm not sure how much of Mind's force that was. I wasn't sure if it was a lot or only a small amount, and that Nexus just surviving, and Mind has set up an expansion right in the middle of the base. I'm a bit dubious as to the possibility of actually having a successful base right in the middle of the map with no protection. That's just going to get steamrolled by these Dragoons. And Stork also attacking the 3 o'clock. So Mind's forces are really spread quite thin. He's going to lock these probes in, and these SCVs, and the SCVs are gonna try and attack those Dragoons. There's certainly a lot of them. Yeah, losing 3 Dragoons to he's put a stasis on the science vessel, so now he can walk in with his stealth Dragoons and not have to worry about anything. Really good play by both players. I'm really impressed. An EMP going off, critical EMP going off for Mind. Just trying to sneak a few vultures into this base. They're not going to. Oh, it takes down the Nexus. Oh, that Nexus was already badly damaged by by Mind's last attack. These vultures will go down, but they've done their job very well. 2 vultures, to take down the Nexus. And you can see, as I said before, there's not really much mining room for those probes. I mean, they have to go around all these cannons. Stork will set up that Nexus immediately. Again, I'd imagine probably walking it in right now. And that 12 o'clock, it looks like Mind's going to set up there. I think that dropship had a few SCVs in it. But some really good play by both players. I'm really quite impressed. Both players doing a really good job. Yeah, that dropship did have SCVs. These vultures are going to get destroyed. They're going to have to back off. You might try and drag some mines into you might use the Zealots, the Speedlets, to try and drag some mines into the vultures or the tanks, if there were any. I'd imagine both players are probably mined out at their base right now, and 3 High Templar coming out for Stork now.